Hey guys, how's it going? As you've probably read by the title, this is Let's Play Jak and Daxter The Precursor Legacy. Alright, a little quick thing before we get started. I love this game to pieces. I mean, this is one of the games that dates back to like when I was 6, playing video games. I would turn on Jak and Daxter The Precursor Legacy. I would go crazy. But yeah. Alright, so, without further ado, let's go. And as a matter of fact, I hope you can hear me quite fine, because I'm sitting behind the computer as opposed to in front of it. And if you're seeing... Whoops. And yeah, you're seeing the reflection of the computer in the TV screen. Can't really help, but don't worry, the screen, once the game starts, won't be black all that much, so you won't notice it after a while. Alright, so, let's start this game. Oh, and it's Daxter. This is what you're first introduced to, how you're first introduced to him. And that's Jak. He is a mute. And together they make Jak and Daxter. Produced by Naughty Dog. The Jak and Daxter series, I think, is one of Naughty Dog's best work. Is some of Naughty Dog's best work. Anyway, new game. And, yeah, right here. This is the furthest I've ever gotten the game. It's 90%. And no, this will not be 100% run. For the first two hub areas, Sandover Village and Rock Village, I will do 100%. But yeah. But the last one I definitely cannot do 100%.
I have spent my life searching for the answers that my father and my father's fathers failed to find. Who were the precursors? Why did they create the vast monoliths that litter our planet? How did they harness eco, the life energy of the world? What was their purpose? And why did they vanish? I have asked the plants, but they do not remember. The plants have asked the rocks, but the rocks do not recall. Even the rocks do not recall. Every bone in my body tells me that the answers rest on the shoulders of a young boy.
It's Jak.
He lives to his destiny, uninterested in the search for truth, and rejecting of my guidance.
And that's
Why
Daxter.
would he want to listen to old singers the sage anyway? I'm only the master of praise, though. One of the wisest men.
Not sure that's loud enough.
So it seems the answer begins not with careful research or sensible thinking. Nay,
So hopefully that's good.
as with many
Might
of
just
nation's
blow out your
dreams,
eardrums.
it begins with but a small act of disobedience.
Oh, hells yes.
Jak, old green stuff told us not to come here.
Continue your search for artifacts and eco. If the locals possess precursor items, you know what to do.
Deal harshly with anybody who strays from the village. We will attack it in due time.
Nope, I think those are the bad guys for the game. But don't quote me. And Jak and Daxter have been seen.
What are we doing here anyway, Jak? This place gives me the creeps. Huh? Oh, stupid precursor junk. Eek! What is that dark ooze? It sure don't look friendly. The sage yaps on about the precursors that built this place all the time. Where did they go? Why did they build this crap? Now, I like precursor orbs and power cells as much as the next guy. But if you ask me, they must have been real losers. Wow! How did you do that? We're in
Uh-oh.
trouble!
Come on, Jack. Go crazy on it. Woo!
Help!
Oh, no. Daxter's drowning in Dark Ego.
Man, that stung.
Huh.
I told you we shouldn't have come here, and you listened. What? Okay, okay. I'm fine. I'm fine.
Ah, classic.
What in green tarnation do you two want?
I was...
Don't tell me. Instead of heeding my wisdom, the two of you went mucking around in the only place that I told you not to go. Misty Island.
That's right, and then...
And, Daxter, you finally took a much-needed bath, but in a bathtub filled with dark eco.
Look, old man, are you gonna keep yapping, or are you gonna help me out of this mess?
I'm gonna keep yapping, because in my professional opinion, the change is an improvement. And besides, I couldn't help you if I wanted to.
What?
There's only one person who has studied Dark Eco long enough to have a chance at returning you to your previous form. Carl Acheron, the Sage. But he lives far to the north. Far, far to the north. Nobody has spoken to him in ages. I would teleport you there, but I can't do that either. None of the three sages that maintain the other teleporter gates have seen fit to turn their ends on for quite a while. The only other way north is by foot through the Fire Canyon, but its volcanic soil is hot enough to melt precursor metal. You can't just walk through it.
But you could fly over it if you had a zoomer equipped with a heat shield. I just happen to be working on
Ooh,
such a
she
thing at
looks
this
like the
very
love
moment.
interest for the
All I
game.
need is 20 power cells to give it enough energy to withstand the canyon's heat. Isn't that right, Daddy?
Yes, Kira, that might work. But where are a boy and a half going to get 20 power cells?
From the villagers. Most of them have a power cell or two stashed away somewhere. And even if they aren't willing to just give them away, greasing their palms with a few precursor orbs should do the trick. And I bet there are even more of them out in the wilds, just waiting for some brave adventurer to find.
Well, we've got the brave adventurer.
Brave adventurer! You two couldn't find your way out of the village without training. Before you do anything else, you better go through the warp gate and get some practice on Geyser Rock.
We won't find any more of that dark gooey eco stuff, will we? Because I'd hate to fall in again and turn into you.
Get there before I turn you both into ferns.
Ah, classic. Alright, what I'm gonna do right here is I'm gonna stop, and before we start playing, and see if everything, came out alright. Okay, and we're
You
back.
can't come back to the warp gate until you find all 4 power cells on this island.
Well, that sucks. This is the switch right here
This
that...
device is a communicator. With it, my father and I can give you advice at any time during your quest.
Alright, alright, let's go over the control scheme, even though there's gonna be a tutorial. Square is punch, circle is kick, X is jump, twice is double jump. R1 is crouch, you can do a high jump, an uppercut, and then there's both sides are crouch, but if you hold either one while running, you can do a roll. Then there's a long jump. That displays your HUD. And then L2 does the same thing. Alright, camera movement. And that's triangle, look around mode. And actually, when it happens, the controls are inverted. So, doesn't look like I can do anything about that. That sucks. Alright, these little pellets here are green eco. In total, we have 3 hit points, but we can get hit points and have every small. Alright, for the small green pellets, get 50 of them, and it refuels one of your health points. If you have all your health points filled up.
These floating egg-shaped things are precursor orbs. Collect enough of them, and some of the villagers will give you a power cell in exchange.
Yep, this is the money for the game. Anyway. But if you have all of your hit points filled up like we do right now, if you get 50, then you have 4 hit points. There's also big green lumps, which completely refill your health. Test dummies.
This is a power cell, the most important precursor artifact you can find.
You betcha.
Need to collect 20 of these so I can power the heat shield for your A-grab zoomer.
Yep, there's 101 of these. Like I said, we won't be getting them all, but still. Alright. And yes, there is a victory dance after you get every one. But there's a lot of different victory dances, so you won't be looking at the same thing every time. And these crates here.
Sometimes you'll want to hit things with a greater force. To break one of these boxes, you should jump in the air and then dive down onto it, hands first.
Like this. Woo!
You found one of my scout flies. I sent 7 of them to each area to look for power cells, but the workers must have captured them all.
Alright, so we're gonna do just that. Collect all of these and get a power cell. And look, it's a different victory dance. Woo! Jak does the same thing though.
Wow! That last scout fly had a power cell. I'll bet if you collect all 7 in each area, you can find even more power cells.
That's blue eco, which contains the energy of motion. Blue eco allows you to run fast, break boxes, and even activate some precursor artifacts when you get near them.
Yes, the eco is like the lifeblood of the Jak and Daxter world. Yeah, blue eco makes you run fast. And the precursors are like an ancient race who controlled the eco. And the most useful part of eco is it attracts all the precursor orbs. And I didn't miss any. Damn. Thought I did.
Noted how each blue eco cluster you pick up increases the time you can use its power.
Oop, there was one of those big clumps. But, yep, we failed.
This is a precursor door. It can only be opened by approaching the door while channeling blue eco through your body.
Sorry? Taking a drink? Ow.
That's a blue eco vent. More concentrated than the floating clusters. This vent will give you a full charge of blue eco, letting you use it for the maximum time.
Oh, hells yes. There are 4 types of eco. Green eco, blue eco, red eco, and yellow eco. Well, there's dark eco and light eco, but they don't come around till later. But, anyway. There's a thing, there's green eco vents, which are already on. Blue eco vents, which are yeah, I think they're already on. Then we can turn on a yellow eco vent, but there is no there's one red eco vent for apparently no reason whatsoever, but who cares? Woo!
Good work! The blue eco caused the door to open. With blue eco, you can breathe energy into all kinds of precursor artifacts that have lain dormant for years.
He sounds so
Those little
fascinated.
balls of energy on the ground are a type of eco. Pick up 50 small green ecos or one big green one to increase your health.
Yeah, buddy. As you probably can tell, Geyser Rock is the tutorial, obviously.
Then jump once, then jump again in the air to reach even higher ledges.
Woo! Rah! Daxter's just hulking out over there. And great. We're missing 6. Great. We're missing 6 precursor orbs, and in order to get 100%, we have to find those. So I will be returning. Oh yeah, and a little tidbit for all Jak and Daxter games. When you're jumping from a really high place, right before you hit the ground, just do the spin attack and it will slow down your momentum, so you won't get hurt. And ah yes, they were down here. I miss these ones a lot for some reason. But luckily they weren't too far away, and we have now officially 100%ed Geyser Rock. Feel proud, because it's pretty much impossible to not 100% it. Alright, this roll jump is easily the fastest way to get around. And we can pick where to go, but there's only one place we can go.